Good morning, friends, family, and all my followers. Here we are, Buena Vista Farms, looking out over Líbano, Tolima. We're happy here, unaffected by COVID-19. And I just want to give you guys a little flowery update here. Been working really hard on the farm. We got some visitors coming. I hope they'll come. Everybody seems to be worried about sickness, but we're here working hard, and I'd like to show you guys, take a walk around here. What we've been working on is contouring in Colombia. And as we walk down this mountain, I want to show you some of the progress that's been made. And so across this contour starts to form from here. This is our original one. I call it contour number 1. It curves around. We've planted, there's yucca there, but we've planted some araza now, some lemongrass. I think I'm gonna have to snip these dry tops on the lemongrass. And so here I'll go down to the next level. This has some new plantains, new little plantains, little guys, and of course our trees. And this is just an excellent example of an ice cream bean tree. And we walk down here. This was the second contour, but it never really became quite established. Here, let's see if I can. Never really established that one. I moved on down pretty quick here to the third contour, which I wanted to show today. So this contour is pretty visible now, and we've planted it. There we go. So we've planted it here with Congo leaf and some other fruit trees, guava, and we can walk along here, and tomatillo. So you can kind of see these contours. Oh yeah, that's a great shot. Okay, so as I walk here along the contour, I still have to form it. So we've got the woody matter along one side, and that's lifting up, and then above what we have planted here, we're going to be able to take some of the dirt from above and put it below, and that should start evening these contours out. So we come out here to the edge, and we can look in at our contour. Well, now let's go down a little bit further. That was the third contour. Now yesterday I had 2 friends come with me, and we just beat up these coffee plants here. We took a nice section. I was gonna do 2, but I wonder if you can see it. The land, the coffee rows are so off, and the lot has this weird undulation in it. So I decided to take out the middle one. So taking out this middle strip, we're gonna try to find a contour in here. And you can see we left, that's a big Cecropia peltata. And here, you see there's one coffee plant next to him. See how close I can get. These are local pollinators. That's honey up in there. And I think they're called, I think these are pegadilla bees, or maybe angelita bees. They're very tiny. They don't have stingers, but they will bite, especially if you try to chop their tree down. So we leave ones with nests or hives in it. And I'll keep walking with you here. There's still a few plants standing. Here we've got an espadero, a local tree here, working his way through a bitter bush, which this is what they call it, salvia amarga. Where This has repellent properties with the leaves and the biomass. You can chop it up and kind of squish out the liquid with water and spray that on plants. That keeps away certain insects. And what we do is we let them live here and see if they continue to repel, use their repellent energies while they're alive. Ooh. So a lot of this biomass is still piled up here. We have to form it into along the lower contour and make this up again. Form it up. There's still some coffee to take out today. We're going to select only the prettiest coffees, the ones with anyone with a hive, anyone with a bird nest. And here's the 5th contour now. It's not quite as wide, and I don't know how well you can see that, but I'm already unimpressed. It goes way up in this area. So I'm going to have to start it low, go high, and then probably come down this way. Hey, I did that pretty good. So, and I may need to take out more coffee, but as we go through, this lot actually narrows, comes down, it's a triangular lot. This is a tree I planted here. The Madre Agua, Tricanthera gigantea, I think. And great for cutting. And you see right next to it, look at that. We've got this guy, the espadero. I'm not familiar with its scientific name, but it has little bitty fruits, kind of waxy, and the birds love it. It's good for posts, good wood, native tree, and also this is known as like a poison ivy type remedy. We have the poisonwood tree down here, and these leaves, you do your treatment, and you get these leaves, you boil them with the water, and these leaves will form like a bandage, a covering, take the place of your calamine lotion. Okay, and a lot of these big cecropias, we left these, and there's a couple of reasons that people don't like these. They're a native tree. First of all, they're one of the top 100 invasive alien species in the world. So somebody say it's invasive. Well, it's native here, and I actually went through a great list to go through. A lot of the invasive world species are from here. And so here, the second reason the people might not like it is this. I'll come around and I'll show you. The leaves fall and they stick in the coffee plants and they get all hung up. They get all hung up in the coffee plant, and you got to go through and you got to pick them out and throw them on the ground. So if you're used to not doing that, you maybe don't want to do that. More work. But we like it. Those leaves are biomass. The other reason somebody might say, hey, the ants are associated with the tree. The tree is hollow and ants live in the tree. Look at this. In fact, yesterday we found an ant nest here. I think we were cleaning up some old deadwood. A bunch of ants came out. They live there. They love this tree. And of course, associated with the ant nests is also woodpeckers, all sorts of fun birds. So we believe that the more life, the better. And so today now, we're going to continue going down. Somebody asked me why I don't just chop down all the coffee right away. And that's what they would normally do. It's more efficient, agreed. Now, what we're trying to prevent is the type of erosion associated with the rainy season. It just stopped raining. I came down. It's a beautiful day today. Looks like it's going to be beautiful, but it's raining almost every night and only sometimes during the days. So the additional coffee plants left standing are helping us shore up that slope while we form the contours in the middle. As we form the contours, we're going to be breaking open the soil. We're going to be opening, and so far we've only done spaced plantings, but we may open trenches or swales, I guess. And we may do that, and that is going to expose us to greater erosion risks. So by leaving strips of the coffee plants and almost all of the natives that we've been leaving, at least the definitely the trees and most of the woody shrubs we've been identifying and leaving. You can kind of see them already sticking out of the coffee. We are hoping to prevent, and we're calling on them to aid us in the contouring of this land. So we're going to allow those strips. Here's a really funny, I'll leave you guys with one little anecdote here. This ice cream bean, let me go up here and so you can see it. It is very tall and very straight, and it has all of its branches way up here because it's competing, and it's competing with a guava branch. And the Cecropia peltata, the Jarumos do the same thing. They compete. They want to get up above the other trees. And so in the agroforestry system, it's actually really important. We want to use this competition to not only get longer and straighter trunks out of our trees, but also to increase the vertical space. Some fruits being low and easy to harvest are nice, but if we can get that fruit all the way up there, we get a whole lot more space down here to do more things. So it's a trade-off, and it's exciting, but I've been thinking a lot about vertical space while we've been going through this old coffee lot. We're cutting them low, and they'll come back, and we'll let some of them come back and give us more coffee, but we're also putting in more fruit trees and some other herbs and spices. Talk to you guys soon. Contouring.